Why Lubbock? That's an interesting question. Everyone asked that question. They even asked that question during the interview process. During the interview process, I responded with, why not? Why not Lubbock? Lubbock is a very nice metropolitan city of over 260,000, very strong economy, nice college, nice amenities, and very good police department. When I got to looking and doing my research, when I saw the job posting for this department, I looked at everything in Lubbock. I actually came here and went to a First Fridays event, and me and my wife drove around. It is a very nice city. The job posting indicated that the police department was going through a decentralization process. And for a law enforcement professional, when you look at a police department and how they're growing, and what their goals and objectives are, and how they want to reach out and be part of that community, and this is part of the decentralization process in doing the three substations within each of these communities. I thought, wow, they are really forward thinking. They are going in the direction that modern police departments are going. So I looked and delved a little deeper, and when I looked at all the information that was available to me, I thought, why not Lubbock? I think across the United States, we're seeing drug issues come up, and more, I should say not drug issues, but violence associated with drugs in the different communities. We're experiencing the same things in some of the other communities that I've been in. When I look at our investigative process and our patrol process, making sure that, one, we're trying to identify who's involved in these crimes early and try to intercede before it gets to that. But when you look at the numbers and when you look at the crimes statistics, it seems that those people that are involved in those violent crimes, for the most part, they're involved in some type of criminal activity. When we looked at the incidents that you mentioned over these last few days, they were drug related. So from our standpoint, how are we intercepting the drugs entering Lubbock? Who are our regional partners that we're working with? And the TAG, the Texas Anti-Gang Unit, our undercover officers, and all of our other federal and state partners that we work with to intercede and combat drugs, just making sure that we are continuing to work together, which just in my one interview, or not interview, but I got out and talked to those guys in their units. They seem to be working very well together. But to think a community of this size of almost 300,000 is not going to have some issues with drug, I think is probably being naive. But it's one, making sure that the law enforcement partners within the region are working together to combat them as best as we can. But you look at the average person out in the community, are they going to be a victim of a violent crime like this? It's important for us to delve deeper into the data to make sure we understand the reason this person was a victim is because of, what's the correlation there? Is the correlation drugs? Well, I think the big misconception is people think that marijuana is one of our biggest problems. I will tell you, in my experience, meth has been our biggest issue right here within the Texas area. And even here, a lot of our things have to do with methamphetamine. But, I am an agent of the judicial system. I believe in everyone's constitutional rights. So when you talk about the whole marijuana picture, right now, marijuana is illegal in the state of Texas. So from a law enforcement standpoint, I have to follow the laws of our Constitution. So, if that changes, then we in the law enforcement community will stay within our boundaries or within our lane in regards to what we can prosecute for and what we can arrest and police for. So from my standpoint right now, marijuana is illegal. Until that's something different within our state, that's what we're going to do. First impression, I got to meet quite a few of the officers going around to the different units, introducing myself and those officers introducing them to me. Good people. And you find that in law enforcement. I know a lot of people highlight on those outliers that really affect the social fabric of law enforcement and their community. But day in and day out, law enforcement officers love what they do, and they are connected to their communities. We have a lot of good people here, both sworn and non-sworn, and just impressed. Sharp folks who care about their community and want to do what's right.